Hello everyone, I am Palpatine001 aka the Senate, and yeah, this is not Cities Skylines 2, this is Cities Skylines 1. Folks, just a little bit of a background before we actually start a new series in Cities Skylines 1 and why we're not doing it in Cities Skylines 2. So, the reason why we're jumping to Cities Skylines 1 is Cities Skylines 2 is still not in a position where it's going to offer a lot of content unless I plan around to drive around a city all day, limited as that is. We are technically one DLC and one content pack behind already from Colossal Order and Paradox. That's meant to be out by Q1, which expires in 2.5 weeks. So unless those two content pack and that DLC comes out, given I've got the Ultimate Edition, comes out by the end of then we're not touching Cities Skylines 2 effectively till the end of the year. Given that's when modding and maybe even asset support comes online, which compared to CS1, which went straight to Steam, hint, hint, and I'm not talking about console players, you will always have your own space and be respected. Yeah, we're still, CS1 just still offers the most, and given that I tried it in one of my larger cities, and the game was like, I actually had to slow the recording from normal 1x speed to half speed so you didn't get vertigo on the trains. CS1, given the fact that it's 9 years old, is in a very good position. Yes, we're going to have limitations such as I can't do mixed use, don't have medium density per se, but that is what we've got our assets and mods for. It just gives the depth in play until CS2 catches up at the end of the year. The game. Alright, so as I was saying, let's get going. We're going to do a series of CS1, and we might do a couple more series through 2024 because CS2 is just not in a position to support content that would actually work, given I usually do this in the planning nature. So let's get going. Right, now I know what it is. It's this one. My favourite map, with the Valhalla map coming in at a very close second. So I think we're going to be doing two series in one. One with Valhalla was a beautiful scenic map to do, great for cycleways. This map you just go for gold. So let's go one more time. So this will be Pacifica City, the Valhalla one will be Atlantica City. So we'll probably do 2 in 1. Woohoo! Regular temperate. Yes! Right, let's get going. So, just popping back into Sneak Quick, you see, Vanilla Coast for this one has always been my go-to map for just building away at will, especially when updates used to come down. And Valhalla was always if you want to do something scenic, because those rivers and that just used to weave the cycleways and transitways around, and when you drop down to first-person mode, or yeah, it looked absolutely stunning in the game. Not bad for CS1. So let's get this going again, change the radio station, and get going with this new series, Pacifica City, CS1. Yeah, one day I'll sort out the scenes and asset packs. I haven't for 9 years. I don't think I'm going to start now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Remind me, there's never singing gang. Alrighty. Here we go. Brilliant. Vanilla Coast. Just got to get used to the keys again. Okay, so this is the wonderful Vanilla Coast map. As you can tell, you start right in the middle by 3 highways that are not joined up, plus one that goes underneath the bay. Let me just change my... I detest that one. I don't know why it's there, unless it's there to drive you procedurally nuts. So let's go back to... Remember, I can't do Gold FM or any of the Sims music, EA music, so let's drop down to... So we've got a rail connection up top, rail connection down the valley, and another rail connection down here. We have water connections in both directions. Let's just check that, actually. Actually, we have several water connections. If I drop to the airline... Yeah, and a airline that crisscrosses basically just over one of the bays. Highway connections. Basically, the intercity highway rolls around the outside with a big massive T-junction. Again, one goes up the valley, one goes up the coast, and then you have your intracity highways coming in with one going underneath, which somewhat technically forms a double bypass. And I believe these are all 6-laners. Yep, given when this map was created. Yeah, all standard 6-laners. Excellent. Standard procedures, unlimited money, everything's unlocked, we're ready to go. Let's drop that back a little bit. Check our resources. Okay, the resources are a bit scattered. But that is very easily fixed up with a paintbrush. So, we can work through that in time. Okay, so this is our starting map. Which is 3 highways connected to it, which is a bit interesting. So let's work out. Okay. Let's go back to our resources because this is the easier way to do it. Okay, so most of our resources are sitting around this. Actually, they're scattered everywhere. This isn't done properly. Not so much ore in that, but as I said, you can paintbrush it up. So I'm likely to drop the industry. You see all these big rail connections? Likely to drop industry in here. Okay, and likely the city centre to be in here. When I first did that, the city centre was in here and the theme park was there. And the airport would be technically dropped up there. Can bring the shipping around. Although technically that would be a cruise terminal. Although your cruise terminals are actually in here. Yeah, no, that could be cargo. Technically, or cargo up there. Just all depending what you want to do. Alright. Let's get the first 9 open up. Okay. Let's get our tiles going. Alright, that's the first part done. Second part. This might sound counterintuitive. Okay, so the railway is there. That comes into there. Yeah, railway stops there. Goes around the back. Okay, so where's the railway's closest point? Right. And that would come all over the highway. This might sound a bit counterintuitive, but I'm actually going to start with the seaport first. No. Gives more room up there, but that was... It's a case of where do you want to drop this all? See, if I drop it in here while I'm close to the railway lines, the highway also squishes up your industry somewhat, although I can come over. So I'm close to the interregional lines. Up here, it's open, but that's very far away from the rail, so you've got a bit of a trade-off happening. So what we will do, but being close to the highway also works. So, yeah, a bit ironic we dropped the seaport first. But we'll just take it offline. If anything, let's just pick up another... limitation of the... Oh, no, I can't flip it. Okay, let's get the power plants... Whoops. Power plants set up. Scroll, 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 scroll. All the wonderful assets. Technically, I can go back for the big one. Go for dual reactors. Or I could just go for the single. I think for the sake of the argument, we'll go for the single. And then just modify it out later. Because technically one of these is quite large as it stands. Now, just gotta remember. If it's the wrong way around, I'll change it around. Okay, let me just swap that over. Actually, you know what? Let's run with the big one. Because we can. Okay, so that's the big turbine hall. So just get these down. Okay. Right. This one was always peculiar to do, so let's just run through it. Mustn't forget the autosaves, which like to kick on periodically. It's a very specific road I'm looking for here. Thank you. Ah, that's right, you had to. Ooh. That didn't work properly. You had to use your roading very strategically. Because then what we do now... It's been a while since I've built this type of power plant. Ooh, that's... And you can tell I'm too used to the CS2 controls. That's right, then you had to... start having fun with move it. I've just got to make sure these guys are the right way around, which was always fun playing with. The roads don't... Well, I could use the tiny roads, but they don't always line up perfectly. So, go figure, we're detailing right off the bat. Chef-I. Okay, it's one down. Next is the reactors. Now, am I needing to turn them around? Typically, one of them doesn't, one of them does. Okay. Ooh, you can hear the old stuttery nature of the game. Oh. That's right, they were always pressed hard up against it. Right. Okay. Woohoo! Let's spin around and make everyone nauseous. That's right. That's where that one went. I'll change it. And the only thing is I've just got to remember to change the radio stations quite regularly in this game. Just need to shoot back into... Ah, yeah. Whoops. Okay. And I'll just demolish what I don't need out later. Now there's... detailing right off on the first day. But then again, given this is going to be... close enough. Which means I can take these two out. Right, as I said, I've just got to remember to switch the radio station over periodically. Okay. Do. Oh, that's right. You can't build on what... That's right. And then you had to... Put in the freshwater pump. Well, in this case, seawater pump. Okay. That has the pump in there. Okay, so that's slightly away from the main plant, but that's fine. Okay, so that's the garage. So what we'll do is just quickly bring up the roads again. Okay. Move him along. Actually, or am I gonna... change that quickly, actually. I think someone's complaining in the radio station. Okay, so get back to work. I've forgotten how kooky the ads were, because I usually have the radio off. Right, I'll add in the 2 cooling towers now. And the thing about that is it makes it the most prominent landmark in the entire city. It's like, ugh. Never mind. Alright, and I'll just chuck in a couple of these for the minute, because I'll come back to this later, otherwise we're going to be stuck here for most of the day doing this. Right, that's that done. So we'll jump back. Oh, that's right, this is... Yeah, so the way I do this is... So there's 2 reactors, 4 turbines. 1... 2... 3... Oh, some easy listening vibes going on today. 4, and then we get the big boy. No, we... Actually, let's just scoot that back. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's the one that needs to be placed row side. Okay, so what we'll do is drop that back. So yeah, you can spend a lot of time. Drop that back. No, it's not. Drop that back. Alright, that leaves that ready to go. Next round of business is getting the water supply and storage set up. Okay, so what we need to do is... This has a very, very weak... You got to be careful with this because the flow in this doesn't exist. So be careful on how you draw out your water. So fresh water. See how the arrows show up? There's very little flow in this map. I remember that. It somewhat created interesting issues. Yeah, it's deeper water. So what we'll do is... put those there. And then put the treatment plants. Fun. Put this fella out here, and I think these guys need to sit on roadsides, don't they? Yep. So what we do is go back to our roads. Go back to our water. Sweet, that sets them up. Let me just dump in a couple of reservoir tanks. Believe me, they do save your backside. Okay, so that's got them set up. Piping and all that will be done later. Right. Excellent. Okay, this one was what... let's pop over to the city proper. You gotta remember, your city centre is going to technically end up in here. So, road there, road there. Yeah, I'll end up playing around with the highways later. And then your trains, just one in, one out. Okay. So let's work back on the industry. Okay. First thing we're going to need to do is... you're running technically a parallel scheme out, because if this is going to be resources in that, your roading is technically going to go round through here, back across into here. Unless I... actually, I could be demolishing that and making that a cloverleaf. In fact, if anything, it should be a cloverleaf to feed in and out. So, we're going to be doing a bit of demolishing. Am I going to be jumping out and going finding a cloverleaf asset? Oh, nice. And the old Yumble interchanges, which is still very, very perfect. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a bit of demolishing out so I can connect the industry. Whereas what would normally happen is, yeah, I would put a road there, ramps there, there, and which could still have problem is then they jump off through here. Ramps, yeah, they're going to technically bypass that off. They'll use it as a... Ooh, this gets interesting. It could actually be a case of... I actually end up demolishing this, but... So, we're going to have a strategy session here, and... do I demolish these two out and just make it a normal road, 6-laner, to allow it to work its way through here, come through here, leaving this just to handle the traffic going up through there. Well, that would bring the industry traffic out and allowing a straight connection. While still allowing to go to the big peninsula off here. Ooh, this is how you can see planners and engineers getting stuck for a little while. Because it's a case of how do I want to connect this up? Do I want to run a road through there? Actually, no, that would probably be the wisest one. And keep this free for now. Alright. Hello, hello. It is... Oh, no, there it is. I was just going to say, where did that go? Okay. Nice big 100 here. People are going, oh boy. Let me just... 6. Oh, as I said, the ads. Okay. 12 meters. Okay, so it does that for you, which... Okay. Yeah, and this is where you start running into problems, because... I'll anarchy this out, and then... Yo, crazy. Okay, so that's the roundabout done. What I'll do is I'll just quickly usually I'll do some props at the same time so I don't forget, because I'll get too far ahead in the city and boom, we forget. Okay, pillars. Let's see if we can get a 3-lane. No, I'll just drop it as... 4-lane works even better. I don't... Okay. Oh, it's going to ask me to place it roadside. That's interesting. Oh. Haha, that's right. Good old PO. Now remember, Slay 3K is loving this. And you can see why. So just drop it in here. Actually, just bring it up slightly. And done. And here we go again. Drop down. Done. And just quit out. So that just brings those two in. Okay, so there's our first roundabout. Now it's going to cut the port a bit fine. Which is, I can always move it because I haven't. In fact, if anything, I am likely to move that. Because that's closer to the railway lines. Okay, so what you do with here... So you're always trying to keep a couple of steps ahead. Excuse me. Let's bring it in one way. And that just allows me to do that. Unfortunately, I remember... Oh, I should be able to... Yeah, I don't think you could. I see. Only different... This is where some CS1's limitations now kick over. Yeah, you couldn't do that, so... Yeah. Switch back over. You can't do your famous... my very well-known... one-way roads in and out. It's fine. Which means I'm going to drop a 6-laner there. Just one moment while we... Oops. Okay. Which means should now be able to get back to a 6-laner. Now, because this is industry, okay. Did that just do a -2? Yep. Rip. We'll try that again. So come back out as far as we can go. And for the moment, we'll just straight... Oh, I might... Actually, no. What I might do, actually... Allow for that, and then actually that would need to be a 2+1. Ugh, not what I wanted. If anything, if I have half a allow for that. Alright, that forms that up. Let's carry on. Now, I've got to be careful here, so what I'll do... So I've got to drop this down. gonna probably let me get to 4 meters. Actually, I can probably get to 2 meters. Which is probably gonna create an absolute hideous. Okay, let's just. Ooh, nope, that doesn't even work. Unfortunately, you get this scenario. Given I'm going to be building nothing off the side. Might hold it as that for now. Actually, no, I'll hold it as that. You just got to realize you've just got these nodes here that are... Oops, wrong one. Just got to remember. Just got to remember that, that's all. Okay, so that allows for... Not as large. Oops. Roundabouts, roundabouts. Yep. 64 should be enough. Oops. Damn. Yeah, I see what happened. I forgot to elevate. That's on me. Let's go back and do that again. Okay. Oh, it's gonna... Might do that regard... I'll change it out that side. So let's just drop back to a... Actually... No, no, because it's still industry. Okay. So what I'll... Actually, I'll... What I'll do... Your mileage may vary. Okay. Where are the nodes? Ah. Alright, so we're going to be doing this. Those in CS1 will remember, if you connect a road in between the nodes, the roundabout goes pear-shaped, so you had to either bolt them, which is actually I'm about to do. Or you had to connect them to the nodes. In fact, no, I won't bulk this road. I will allow for slips. I'll drop that away from industry shortly. Because I'll get another intersection through here to go over when we're ready. Okay, so it's a 3-laner, so we connect back with a 3-laner. Curves on. Now I just have to do some TMPing very quickly. And I'll adjust the speed limits while we're here. Okay, and then don't usually have it too bad with industry, but I'll set this. Actually, have I set the other side yet? No, that's before we get carried away. Let's do the other one quickly. Okay. Now what I'm also going... Oh, I didn't realize I still had Anarchy on. Uh-oh. That's going to be fun. Okay. Oh, not the prettiest of work, but whatever. Okay, speed limits. And then set up the priority rulings. Done. First roundabout complete. And before we do anything else... Oh, no, that's... I don't need him absolutely tearing around here. Okay. Oops, not that one. No, because that reminds me of something else. Okay, so that's the first part of industry connected. Okay. Rail, deal with in a minute. Back to 6. No cycle lanes yet, because they can't get through. Okay, not what I wanted. It's fine though. No hindrance. It's just a case of, I just have to do node baiting again. Which is fine, it doesn't bother me per se, it's just a case of, just one more thing I need to worry about. Oh, do I hold that as a 3? Yeah, I will, because it just keeps it smooth. When I do the ramps, I might switch it around a bit. Okay, let's get back to... Okay, so that lines him up as we slowly make our way into the city centre. Well, to where the residential net's going to be. Let's connect the ramps up quickly. We'll start with the downhill. These are always bridges going down. Ooh, okay. Actually, no, they might have fixed that roundabout quirk, so I don't need to... Okay, so that's 1. Looks like they fixed that roundabout quirk. If they have, it'll be a few years since they've done it. Anyway. Okay, down we go. Okay. What we do with ramps coming up is we actually do go the opposite direction. A bit off. So I'll show you what we do with this and should go. Then what I'll do is just flip it over. So nice long ramps, because this will be dealing with a lot of traffic. That said, there will also be another exit likely down here connecting this up as well. Now, because of the speed and that, there's ways out to make sure the traffic doesn't decide to go. When I do the roading connection up, bring this road up and over, there'll be ramps only facing this direction. So these guys, but there's not going to be a roading to over here. So it's quite a, it forms a loop. There's ways around to make sure the traffic doesn't play silly with it. Oh, I forgot this is also elevated too. Which is great to bring industry under. And technically under here too. That's a bit better. So one thing with CS1 is play with the radio station a bit too much. Okay. Drop. Oh, this is where the game gets a little bit peculiar on you. Okay, and then again, flip this around. And then what we do is we now come in for whoops. Go back to forced. Oh, okay, well, can I get it? Yeah, it's cutting it a bit there, but I'll likely stick some walls up there. So that's allowing for that. But make sure I do my bridges. And then for here, because we don't have the zip lanes like we... Yeah, that was always interesting. 3 to 2. So it's like... It always had me go, yikes. Oh, shit. Okay, so that's fine there. Oh yeah, you come right on top of this. Oh, you only have 4s. Oh, I don't have a 5. Never mind. Okay, and so basically what would happen there, excuse me, is when you come to do the line markings, oops, one more. So when you come to do the line markings and that, I'll show you how it works. Ah, it's a shame I don't have the old fivers. Never mind. Could always make that a 2 coming up, but I'll leave it for now. So yeah, when you do the line markings and that, not perfect, it'll do. You do your lane, so basically you're doing your lane. You're basically doing your line fillers. So that will be all done later on. All right, let's get the final piece done here, and then we'll walk through how the area is going to develop. So let me just get him sorted. So yeah. Okay. Let me just... Okay, let me just get it into cycle lanes for now. If I need to go to bus lanes, that's done later. Have we actually got a 8-laner? I don't think they worked. Could do monorail this time around. I haven't even thought about transit yet because we're not in a position to do it. And we're not doing those big ones. They are a pain. Okay, we'll cycle lane it for now because I can always upgrade it later. So bring him all the way up. So I can upgrade this much. I'm likely to strip these highways back a bit too. Just okay, so that sets him up. So that will serve out to be an intersection anyway. So what we are looking at as we wind up the introductory today. So we've got the power plant, got the water, sewerage is down here. Okay, we've got one of our seaports in. If I need to build a second one, it just goes next door. So what we're doing is we're starting to slowly see the growth. So industry is going to be down in this area basically down in this area through here, especially raw resources when I set up the farms and mining and all that. On this side of the highway, through basically where the square is now, is where our urban area is going to be. This is likely to be the city centre. And then you'll start to, and then we are likely to put the airport in here. So the big international airport will go in there when it's ready. The regional airport will likely sit down in here somewhere. So that is where we are at. So next time we come in is we'll continue setting up, basically for the next wee while, you're setting up all your infrastructure in that. So we'll set up the industry, set up the roads, get the zoning going, and away we go. With again, industry being down here. Here, let's see if this gets copyrighted without this bit. Anyway, again, so industry in here. I'll use the paint tools to get that cleared up. The city centre in here. So are we going for a 2 city centre city? That depends. This map was more conducive to 1. But if we are going to set up a second one, it would be down here somewhere. Usually it happens. It usually just springs about organically. So it depends where we go. In the meantime, I am Palpatine001, aka the Senate. This is Vanilla Coast. A very old map with CS1, custom made, but still a very reliable map. And this is Pacifica City, our one of 2 new series for CS1, given that CS2 is not yet up to where it needs to be to do proper content creation as a planet, IRL planet. But once it is, we'll return to it and Solarian City. So again, final time, we'll work in here, and we will work in here, and you'll find the 2 urban areas come together. So there's a lot of work to do to getting it set up, but looking forward to working on this map again and really using 9 years of assets, mods, and gameplay for this new city of ours. In the meantime, plan safe, build safe, drive safe, fly safe.